Hey folks, I'm making a quick video on the Nikkor 200mm f4. This is AI and pre-I video. The Pentex is there just because interest. Shutter's busted. It's paperweight now. They're cheap enough that it's better to just buy a newer one than to try to fix it. And you don't want to deal with all the crap that's in all the gears and stuff. And I'm beyond that. Anyways, to the video. The purpose of the video. So eBay's got these lenses, a Nikkor 200mm f4 AI, and there's a couple different variations of it. There's a K series, which is the precursor to the AI. They are optically identical, but there are some differences, and it can damage your camera, which I found out the hard way. There's an eBay user, won't mention names. He said, "Oh yeah, it's an AI. It's not." Tried to return. He's like, "Oh, I told you it was a manual lens." I'm like, "Yeah, you told me it was an AI manual lens, which will work digital, not a pre-AI K series lens." So the lens on the right, this one here, this is a K series lens. So K series is just a little short period before the AI lens at Nikon made these lenses, and you could convert them. The conversion fees today is around 25 to 50 bucks US. I'm in Canada, so that's like instantly 75 bucks, and that's just not worth it. I paid 202 for it. Add another 75, it's almost $300. Why wouldn't I pay a little bit more? Get a 180mm. I just needed a cheap telephoto and a manual lens to screw around with. And then this is the actual AI one. So you can tell it's AI just by the numbering on the bottom there. Let me get this in focus. Come on, come on. A lot of view focus sucks, but oh, had it. There we go. So there we go. So that's, you can see the numbers, and there's an AI notch on the bottom, and the coupling prong actually lines right up. Actually doesn't line up with anything. It goes to the right of the serial number. Alrighty, there we go. And the coloring of the last three f-stops, 32, 22, and 16, are different than the K series lens, which are yellow, pink, and white. The coupling prong, or the rabbit ears, actually lines up pretty well centered with the 200mm. There we go. With the 200mm part, the 200mm writing on the Nikon lens barrel with f4. This one doesn't do that. So let's put this one at f4 as well. There we go. So that one doesn't. You can see that. Alright. The writing, the Nikkor writing on the lens barrel is also a little bit different. It's just oriented differently. It's made mention by the prong. The writing reference in relation to the location of those rabbit ears, or whatever you want to call them. A couple other differences on the back. If you spin it around, it'll say lens made in Japan on both, except the K series is white and this one is black. It might be hard to pick up. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to pick up. But yeah, it's another difference. Of course, this one has that is an AI lens. So what that means is it's got that notch on the bottom there. If I can get to focus, and it's not gonna focus because it's gonna be a massive bitch today. Sure, these kit lenses are. Alright, let's backtrack. I don't think you'll be able to see it anyways. I decided to film this in my room, which is probably a bad idea, but it's kind of crappy outside. Alright. When in doubt, manual focus. So, you can see a little bit of a notch. Try to be slow. Right there, you can see a bit of a notch. And if we go right there. Anyways, the point is, it's an AI lens. You guys can quickly Google what an AI mount looks like. Anyways, the purpose of this video was there was a guy selling it on eBay. This lens here, the non-AI lens as an AI, and I just wanted you guys to see a couple differences. It's kind of a shame, really. This was in such good shape. I'm gonna have to send it back because it's not worth $200, especially if it's not AI. So far the images have been pretty cool out of this one. And the Pentax as usual doesn't work. Yeah. So those are the big differences. So look for obviously the AI mount. The focusing is actually different in these lenses. So I'll show you quickly what the focusing looks like. Prop this up with my mouse. Alright, so when you focus this thing, watch the top and the bottom of the lens barrel. So I'll spin it. So you get these lines right here, and you can see there's a gap right here where it actually like the barrel extended to focus, and there's also a gap up here. So that's one more thing to note. This over here focuses a little bit differently. So when you focus this lens, there's a little bit of a gap, probably maybe a centimeter, if that. But the big gap is right here, so that's how they focus a little bit differently. Also, the K series I think is a little bit longer, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, it's a little bit longer. So when completely focused, actually the K series is a little bit shorter. I got those backwards. The barrel is a little bit different on both of them. The K series has a little bit thinner barrel where the writing is, whereas the AI version has a thicker barrel where the Nikkor 200mm writing is. It might be hard to see on camera. Let's see if I can focus that. Of course, it's a massive bitch. So nope. Push that back. There we go. Yeah. The Nikkor writing on the K series is a bit higher than the one on the AI version. And those are the big differences. Optically, they're pretty much identical. Like, no, you probably won't be able to see much difference. Yeah. So those are the big ones. So be wary on eBay. Make sure you're paying for what you're paying for. And do your homework. I unfortunately didn't learn the hard way. Hopefully PayPal is nice to me. So yeah, that's it, folks. This is a cool another note. I got the actual AI version in the original box with the correct serial number and everything. I don't know why Nikon stopped making these boxes. I like the color way better. The new ones just look like shit, in my opinion. I understand that they're beefier and blah blah blah, but anyways, short and sweet. So that's it. Watch out for these wannabe AI lenses. They're limited K series lens. A lot of camera store owners or people that work in camera stores don't even know. I called McBain's and like K series. Are you talking about a Pentax? No, Nikon made a limited number of K series lenses. They're just pre-AI lenses. That's what they're summed up as. So yeah, this is the K series generation here. Any questions, leave them in the comment section, or if you're a bunch of fucking trolls, do that too. I always like to get new troll ideas. So anyways, take care, have a good one, bye.